Strap me back in.
And this motherfucker knowing exactly what he was doing. Blindsiding a man that he knows is triggered when his anxiety and fear is up. Oh, I know I said Lord Bute was my least favorite in the story, but if I ever see this man, and I am sorry to this man, I know he is an actor, but if I ever see this man, it is on sight. Hi friends, it is I, Miata Lebele, coming to you with a full heart and my titties out. As always, before I jump into my review, remember to like, subscribe, thumbs up, I don't know, subscribe, do some things. Before I jump in, one more thing. I've seen a few people complain about the fact that I give away spoilers. I apologize. I thought everyone knew that this was the channel where you were gonna get spoilers. I have read the Bridgerton books. I've read the Bridgerton books more than once, especially in preparation for doing all of my reviews. So I'm gonna spoil things. So if you don't really want that, if you guys are kind of like, no, I don't want to know what happens next in Bridgerton, this might not be the right channel for you. I'm not sure I'm gonna spoil anything right now, but as we go along and we just start talking about that episode, I often want to tell you guys some of the background behind what's happening in Bridgerton. So again, if you guys are like, hey, I don't want any spoilers about what's going to happen next in Bridgerton, even though those spoilers are out there, even though these books have been out for like over a decade, I actually do understand this just may not be the right place for you. But if you're a bitch like me and you don't care if you get spoiled, you just want to hang out and talk about this show, you're in the right place, bitch. Okay, so something else. I am going to jump into this episode, but I just want to say I am kind of obsessed with this cast. Guys, this never happens to me. I do not get obsessed with cast. I really never get obsessed with cast. I never watch cast interviews, mainly because if you guys have seen my other reviews, go watch them. If you guys have seen my other reviews, then you know that I'm a hater with a capital H. This is an H. I am an actor and I get so jealous of people. And so I tend to, I don't want to go watch interviews of people living the dream while I am living at home, like fighting for my life. So usually I don't go and find interviews of people because I don't want to see how much better their lives are than mine. But when I tell you guys, I have seen dozens of cast interviews at this point. I'm on their YouTube channel looking at interviews. I am looking at interviews on every type of channel out there. I have literally never done this for Bridgerton. You guys know I've watched all of Bridgerton. I've watched all of Bridgerton at least 2 to 3 times each episode. I've never felt this for one of their casts, and I wonder if it's because they have a smaller cast. It's much more of an intimate story, and so I feel more connected to the characters. I just literally have never felt like this for any of the other iterations of Bridgerton. I think that really speaks to the writing on this show and the acting on this show. So jumping into episode 4 and what I remember and how I felt about episode 4 on my first watch is I fucking loved it. I was deeply sad most of the episode because this is the King George gets tortured episode. Again, if you suffer from any type of mental illness, it's hard to watch. Y'all, I've got tape here trying to keep the titties in, but I gotta take it off because it's not working. So if the titties come out, I get demonetized, whatever, it's fine. But I loved this episode, despite it being a very hard episode to watch. This was the episode that, first off, made me absolutely understand everything King George was going through, obviously, but also made me be like, Corey's a fucking great actor. Usually in Bridgerton, I feel like the women are by and large a little bit better than the men in terms of acting. Obviously, I think Johnny Bailey is the exception to this rule. I think Johnny carried season 2 on his back. And so I just kind of wrote Corey off. I really did. I was just like, oh, he's going to be a cute little boy. India's fucking killing it. Episode 1, 2, and 3. She's the person to watch. Corey will be just a handsome man. Everything's great. Then episode 4 happened, and I was like, what the fuck? He is so good. He's just so good. These are such young actors, and they're all so good. And I want to hate on him because he's a hot guy, and usually hot guys get away with whatever the hell. But no, he's just a great actor. I just think this is a great showpiece for him. Whew, this was, again, hard to watch, but beautiful. So anyways, I've talked my head off. I've already taken a shot. That's probably why I'm talking too much. Sorry about it. Already tipsy. But I'm really excited to dive in. So guys, let's get our tissues ready. Let's get ready for some torture. And I will see you on the other side. Okay. I just now realized that I took a shot and I've started a drink and I forgot to eat dinner. So I'm already a mess. So let's just see how this goes, guys.
The war has drained our coffers.
I love that they're just like, the war. Bitch, let's talk about it. Y'all have lost. England lost. Okay? This man is not a good king. We love Corey. We love King George. In this, he is not a good king. He is not.
She will lose the moon.
My baby. Sorry, we are at minute, what are we at? Minute 4, and I am already like unwell with what I'm about to watch. Okay. Fuck, it just sucks. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch him suffer. But okay, this is what we're doing, so let's watch the man suffer.
We tried your methods. They succeeded in nothing but driving the humor into his stomach. Your Highness, I implore you, diet is the key.
Literally, that man was right. This one who said diet is the key was the closest.
Before his wedding. And the king...
All this man wanted to do was put him on a diet. And she's like, hideous. We don't like it. No, let's go with the doctor who's going to torture my son.
In Bedlam, the madhouse.
How did this man get in the room? Who invited Dr. Monroe? Ho! Why is you here?
The proper doctors have failed me, so I have had to cast a wider net.
So it's his mama's fault. It's his mama's fault for asking a doctor from Bedlam. If y'all know anything about Bedlam, there's no way in hell this man should have been anywhere near the King of England.
What do they involve then?
Simply talking to him.
Talk.
False. Torture.
Do not gawk like a peasant.
Pausing just to say I hate him. Let's continue.
What have you done now, Brimsley?
Bride is missing.
I'm sorry, they couldn't have done this away from the king?
You are perfectly right.
Absolutely bonkers insane. I'm sorry. King George is better than me. The second a motherfucker touches me, off with your head, off with your dick, off with your stomach. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing some ideas out there. We can percolate on it. But I myself am not opposed to torture of bad motherfuckers like this. You hit me in the face, I'ma fight. Did anyone else hear Deja Vu come in and be like, like sometimes the music is deeply appropriate. Deja Vu is appropriate. It was so on the nose. I was like, y'all. Also, the music budget for this show must be insane because how are they getting all these Beyonce songs?
Does your Majesty not find the Queen attractive? I did not know a woman could be so beautiful.
I'm sorry. Shonda is killing me. Fuck. Shonda is killing me. Again, I've said this in other reviews. Shonda will make the most married person feel deeply single.
Shows the troll I am.
I mentioned this. He said to her in the garden that, do you believe me to be a troll? And he's like, I assure you I am not. And then he gets to know her over the course of that day. And now he feels that if she gets to know him, she's going to believe him to be this like disgusting, unlovable troll. And it breaks my fucking heart because it's just like, it just breaks my heart. I mentioned in my overall review that if you deal with any sort of self-hatred or self-esteem issues, you often find yourself not believing that your partner can even love you or find you desirable. And it is very hard to watch a character mirror those things back to you.
She is matched only by my deformity. She belongs.
Oh my God. It's so hard to watch.
Something to end the fits. Forever.
Oh God. He wants to be with Charlotte so badly. And again, this entire episode is King George goes through torture to deserve Queen Charlotte, and watching him give this motherfucking doctor carte blanche to torture him, hurt him, destroy him. so that he can be with Charlotte. It's just your heart breaks every fucking second.
Do we have the time and privacy of my honeymoon?
Y'all see that man's face? Excitement. He cannot wait to torture a king. It's on sight, Monroe.
This is the cure.
We are so blessed. I mean, yes, we live in the United States. We don't have universal health care, and many of us are dying from very curable diseases. But go with me. If we had access to all those things, we are so blessed to live in a time where we are not tortured for all of this very curable shit. Yeah, I don't know. My whole point falls apart when I take into account that we live in the United States. The liquor is getting quicker. I'm drunk. I don't even know how I'm drunk. I've taken literally, I think maybe like 1.5 shots. I don't know what's happening today. Let's continue.
Germans transformed their wolves into this thing.
Question, did he bring in dogs just for metaphors? Because I don't see him use the dogs once. There's 2 dogs in this room. There are rats in this room. There are snakes in this room. And I believe he only uses them to tell stories.
A woman like that is too dangerous for a man like me. Or maybe a perfect match. What do you think? I think we cannot know until His Majesty spends more time with her.
Look at him. Do you think? It's so cute. He likes her so much. He wants to be with her so much. And Reynolds is trying. Reynolds is like, get over there. Bang it out. Y'all deserve each other. Whew. Okay, let's watch. Let's keep watching.
It is her honeymoon. She may miss her husband. I think I miss her too.
Reynolds is trying. Reynolds is trying so hard to get them together. He's like, Your Majesty, just go to her. Also, let's just talk about this coat that King George is wearing. Phenomenal. Look at it. Black splotches of gold. Give it to me, ho. Absolutely insane to be having this conversation while a man has a knife to your throat. Look at his face. This man will kill you.
And what did she think of it? Go on.
He's so handsome. He's such a cute, even with all this shit on his face, a cute little baby.
Your Majesty, boy, I command you to stay.
Sorry, Doctor. Today I would rather work on my farm.
He's just like me when I play Stardew Valley. I'm not doing work today. I'm not going to get tortured today. I'm not going to get on Twitter today. I'm going to play Stardew Valley. I'm just like King George.
Opened like a flower. His loins throb only for Her Majesty.
I'm sorry, I missed that line on the first go through. Brimsley needs to stop. Brimsley! This very much feels like, I already mentioned the scene at the top, but the way Reynolds is able to touch him and calm him down. And then we see the difference between that and Brimsley, what Brimsley can do with Queen Charlotte, how he wants to go to her and he wants to touch her, but he's not allowed to. And it just makes me sad again that she's not able to get the same levels of support that even the king, that King George is able to get. But this is really beautiful. I love how much support George gets from Reynolds. George told that footman to stand right in front of him. He said, I want this to be a surprise. Because that was some dramatic ass shit.
We should just have days.
Sorry, I'm pausing it here just because we went through that whole montage of their hate sex, but from his point of view, and it's just like breaking me. It is breaking me to know that this man is so deeply in love with this woman and he's just suffering so badly. And it's about to get worse.
And she is the most royal person I've ever known.
Corey, baby, the acting school, the acting, phenomenal, sweetheart. Amazing. That's my King George. Now, do I actually support the monarchy in England? Absolutely fucking not. Down with the monarchy. But in this case, fuck yes, King George.
He figured that she should not settle for anything less than doctor to the king.
But why would she need a doctor?
Why didn't they get this man off the premises? Why is this man still on the premises? Honey, you would be in the horse stables at best, okay? You may be sleeping with the dogs, sleeping with the fishes, because my ass would have killed you a long time ago. Why the hell is this man still in my house? This whole episode, like, normally during reviews, you guys know I just make like tons of jokes, whatever. This is not an episode to do it for. This is probably makes for a very boring watch of me doing a review for this, but it's just deeply tragic.
Efficient when the king is not mad. The king is merely exhausted from her.
It's just a lot of Charlotte believing that she was the one who had something wrong with her. The queen trying to deny the fact that she knows her son is sick and there's nothing she can do about it. It is a house of people who are hurting. And they all love someone who is unwell and they wish he was well and there isn't a way to make him well. And his mom, I know we hate on her, but like, she's a mother with a son who is not only her son, but the ruler of a nation. And she has to just keep fighting for him. And fuck.
You were nothing. You came from nowhere. Now you sit down on the world.
It's so upsetting for him to be sitting there listening because he is hurting himself by listening to them talk about him. And he could walk away, but instead he wants to hear all those terrible things because it validates what he already feels about himself. And then he's going to go back to that doctor.
Cursed and pinnacle of power, and we are full platform no
And the way he walks away so, like, dejected and...
Strap me back in.
And this motherfucker knowing exactly what he was doing. Blindsiding a man that he knows is triggered when his anxiety and fear is up. Oh, I know I said Lord Bute was my least favorite motherfucker in the story, but if I ever see this man, and I am sorry to this man, I know he is an actor, but if I ever see this man, it is on site. Like, it's on site, motherfucker. Hey guys, so I just finished the episode. I am kind of like slightly a mess. Everything that I said before still holds true. Everything I said in the episode, it's just an episode that is meant to break your heart. It is an episode where we watch a person who's dealing with mental illness continue to be failed by the people around him. And they're trying. It's just at a time where they do not understand what he is going through. And I am not usually very emotional when I watch things, but this is just, I think because it's so personal to me, it just is really hard to continue to watch a person punish themselves, start to think that they may be worthy of love, and then eventually punish themselves again. Okay, so we're going to be going into episode 5 after this, and if you guys have watched all my other stuff, you know I hated episode 5. Episode 5 is when Lord Ledger starts getting freaky with Lady Danbury. Episode 5 is when we see very little Charlotte and George. Episode 5 really brought me down, but episode 6 brought me back up. So I don't know. I am excited to watch episode 5 if only because I will finally have criticisms to talk about, because honestly, episodes, I feel like 3 and 4 were so outstanding that I have so little to even say in terms of criticism. I just think they were excellently written episodes of television. Everyone was acting their ass off, so it'll be exciting to go back into an episode where we'll have something critical to say. As always, remember to like and subscribe. Sorry, I'm just very emotional right now. It's such a stupid baby bitch. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on episode 5 review. Okay, all right, bye.